And I want to call Roz first with Stand With Trans because I want her to be able to say a few words. She's definitely an activist, an ally, and she's definitely a fighter. So I want to give her the proper respect for Hurley Brown that she's due.
I had to write it down. The question I get asked most often is, was it hard for you? People are referring to my son's coming out. That's one of the most common first questions I get when they hear that I have a son who's transgender. Was it hard for you? I'll tell you what was hard. Trying to find resources for him. 5.5 years ago, no one was talking about transgender people or transitioning or hormones or bathroom bills. Every time I made a call, whether it was to find a gender specialist, there were none, or a support group, none, or a doctor, there was one, she didn't take our insurance, my heart would break. My son was struggling and I couldn't help him. That was hard. Watching my son suffer because he wasn't able to live his truth, that was hard. He spent 14 years unable to feel comfortable in his body, not knowing why he felt different, not understanding why he didn't fit in. I know that many parents mourn the loss of their child who transitions. This is hard for me. I never felt that I was losing my daughter. I wanted so desperately to help my child find happiness that whatever it took was okay. It was my job as a parent to be his cheerleader and role model and advocate. In fact, because of the love and support Hunter received, he is happy and confident and knows who he is. He's living his truth. And I now have a child who is a better version of himself in so many ways. Do you know what else is hard for me? When I hear about a 15-year-old trans boy who took their own life because they couldn't sing in the boys' choir. When I hear about a young person who is couch surfing because their parents don't believe in trans. When trans women of color are murdered just because. This is hard. My heart breaks into a million little pieces every single time. I'm a cisgender, heterosexual white woman who raised a family to be kind and fair and to value others. I will never know what it's like to walk in your shoes, to be transgender, to be dismissed because of who you are. However, I will never understand the cruelty, the injustice, the lack of value placed on the lives of others because they are different. We need to make change. We need to vote for people who believe in your rights, the rights of our families and children and neighbors. We need to rally together as a community. Yeah. Together we are stronger as a community. Together we are stronger and mightier. We are all so much more than our gender. Let's show the world how amazing we all are.
One other thing I want to bring up, and Stephanie White alluded to that during her speech, and I want to give a shout out. The queer community started in 1969 by two women of color, Marsha P. Johnson and Sylvia Rivera. I also want to make mention, before that was the Compton's Cafeteria Rebellion or riot in California. Again, started by women of color.